Hey guys, Mr. B here. Just want to explain some transformations of functions and introduce a new function, which is going to be the square root function. So we had done transformations with absolute values and parabolas. So y'all remember it's a x minus h squared. That's the one that we had done. And what we do is if a, let me move this up around, plus k, sorry. Right. X minus h. H is going to be our x value of the vertex. K is going to be the y value of the vertex. And these are going to follow the same thing basically with the square root function. Let's get a little review of this though. If this is 1 and this is 1, then my vertex will be at 1, 1. Can I put this down? Right, my vertex right here is at 1, 1. If I want to make k, that's the one on the outside, that goes up, the graph is going to go up. If it goes down, the graph is going to go down. And the one on the inside, remember, is going to do the opposite of what you want to do. So x minus 1, this said x minus 1, it's pushed over to the right. If I make that number larger, it's going to go farther, and make it negative, it's going to go this way. So if it was really, let's say x minus 2, that's 2. It's just going to be pushed to the right too. If I want it to go up, I can add this on the outside, and my vertex would be at 2, negative 1. And then the other thing, the a value is if I flip it, if I make it, it's going to flip it upside down. So that's going to be a reflection over the x-axis. It gets flipped upside down. So negative is like this, and positive is opening upward. And we're going to apply those principles to this new function, the square root. So if I have x just regular, this is what the square root function looks like. I think it looks like a rocket ship. It's going skirt. So it starts somewhere and then it's going to arc over like a rocket ship or like something that's blasted off. And it's going to start at 0, 0, and it's going to go up and to the right forever. So I could like drag this thing over and over and over and over and over and over. It's just going to keep going. It's like there's an arrow there. And so when I add my h and my k, that's just going to change this vertex point just like it did on the absolute value and the quadratic problem. So if I have x minus 2, is it going to go to the right or to the left? To the right. I don't know which way my head went on the screen, but remember it does the opposite of what we want on the inside. This is pushing it left and right. And then if I want it to go up, I put something on the outside that's positive. If I want it to go down, something on the outside that is negative. So my vertex here would be at 2, negative 1. And then the kind of weird thing to look at is if this thing is upside down, or I'm just going to make the original graph, QRT of x. If I want this thing to be upside down, same as before, I put a negative out in front, and it looks like this. So it's going down and to the right instead of going up and to the right. It's still going to the right. If you want to flip it the other way, that's going to be on the inside, right? So on the transformation, there's only one of these in the homework, but we're looking at the square root. So if we got something that looks like this, and this is, let's say, 3 comma 4, I know that this is going to be the square root function because of the way that it looks. It's a rocket ship that's going up forever, and it's going to be x minus whatever the x value is. So this is going to be x minus 3, and my k value is the y value on the outside. That's going to be plus 4. So if you need a little refresher, if I had something like this, absolute value, that's pretty bad, huh? Let's say this is negative 2 comma 1. That's going to be, we know it's the absolute value, so we set it up with the bars. It's upside down, so we're going to make it a negative in front, right? Because it's supposed to be a v going up like this. Instead, it's going upside down. So there's a negative in front, the opposite of negative 2, so that's plus 2. And then my y value is on the outside. So good luck with the IXL. It's really pretty straightforward once you start doing it. I think it'll click pretty well. In the practice problems, you can just write the letter of the correct answer. So I will see y'all later. Stay safe. We're almost done with the school year. It's crazy to believe summer is here. We've actually been on this quarantine longer than summer vacation. All right, see y'all later. Bye.